Alright, what's good, folks? It's Dark Dre 19, yo, and welcome back to another What If. Yo, it's been a hot minute since I done the last one, bro. It's been a long while, I'm saying. But today I got you a new one. This is What If Naruto created the Blood Moon Village, part 1. So yeah, I just been gone for a while. I was, a little busy. So, sorry about that, but let's start with this joint. So, it's been a long night for young Naruto Uzumaki as the boy who has, suffered the ultimate betrayal by the one person he believed cared for him, well, just doesn't. As that one man he once trusted has sent Hunter Nin after him as he makes his way through the outskirts of Konoha. This all started after the defeat of Mizuki after he tricked him into stealing the scroll of sealing. And the fact that Naruto was able to learn something he shouldn't have. Naruto believed that after learning that the Nine Tails is inside him, and the fact that the fourth Hokage is his father, seeing how he can, put two and two together on why the fourth Hokage has similar traits to him, and the fact that he was the only baby that was there to have the Nine Tails sealed inside, you know what I'm saying? He could put two and two together. So yeah. And this only means that the third has been lying at the fact that he doesn't know Naruto's parents. Naruto believed that the old man would be able to explain his actions, but all Naruto got was a death stare as the leader of the Yamanaka clan, Noichi, enters the office. As Lord Third speaks up, "I'm sorry, Naruto, but you have learned information that wasn't meant for you. So once again, your memories will be erased." And as Lord Third finished that sentence, Anbus appear as they would hold down Naruto, as Inoichi, Ino's father, if y'all didn't know that, prepares his jutsu. As Naruto quickly realized that he's been betrayed, or at least the clone realized Naruto's been betrayed, as the clone dispels itself, sending all that information back to the original Naruto. The third was, kind of shocked by this, as he speaks up looking towards the Anbu. "Inform everyone, Naruto is wanted dead or alive. He is not allowed to leave Konoha with the information in his head." So yeah, we pretty much go back to Naruto running through the forest, where he really don't get too far, as kunais thrown at him by skilled Anbu hit Naruto directly in the back, as Naruto would begin to fall from the many trees he was hopping, hitting a few branches and then slamming onto the ground head first, as the boy is a little dazed. And as the young man tries to slowly get up, the hunter nin would surround Naruto on each side, as the leader would speak up with a smug face, looking towards the 12-year-old child, as he says, "Sorry, kid, but our Hokage wants you dead or alive, and the rest of us prefer you to be dead." So, as the ninja would pull out, Naruto would look towards him in fear and betrayal, alongside with a bit of rage, as the blade would come down towards Naruto's face until boom, Naruto wakes up. Yeah, Naruto wakes up from this, as he's in a bit of a somewhat freaked out state, as he would touch his face and feel the scar over his eye, over his left eye, that the hunter nin left on him. And jump would accidentally wake up the two nude females sleeping next to him, as one of them would speak up, saying, "Did you have the same nightmare again?" as the blonde girl would say while rubbing her eyes, as Naruto would look towards her, saying, "Sorry, Clementine. I just can't get it out of my head. The scar, it still hurts." As Clementine would begin to comfort Naruto, as she said, "Don't worry about it. Once you get your revenge on those Konoha bastards, the nightmares will be all gone." As Clementine will pull Naruto into a deep, passionate kiss. So yeah, it's pretty much been a few years after Naruto's incident, because he's now 16. He's grown taller, he eats healthier, and he has become more powerful, thanks to the people who has taken him in, the Blood Moon Village, a name that was given to the land itself, since usually on 2 months of every year, the moon would turn blood red for them. But yeah, that was the name given it to the land itself. But the village was created by Naruto, thanks to the Namikaze and Uzumaki birthright money that he's gained, or technically stolen. But it can't be stealing when it technically belongs to you. But that's besides the point. A ninja's ultimate tool is deception, and has been deceiving Konoha for a long time. He just saw no point in showing his true intelligence since he knows that Iruka keeps screwing with his grades. Iruka and the many other teachers that, work in the academy. And, it's pretty much, if they don't do it, the council will screw with him. So yeah, for the past 12 years in Konoha, Naruto had to suffer against those who believed he was an idiot. Nobody wanted to take care of him. None of the kids wanted to be his friends, and the one person he believed was on his side pretty much murdered him, or at least thought he had murdered Naruto. So yeah. That's pretty much how Naruto suffered. Because after he's gotten that slash from the Anbu Nin, they believed Naruto was dead, as they would, leave him die. Well, pretty much leave him for, any other pests or whatever creatures in the forest to eat his carcass or whatever. But he was still alive, as he slowly crawled away from that area, beginning to regain his strength thanks to the Nine Tails. But it wasn't able, the Nine Tails chakra wasn't able to, recover his eye. And it still left that nasty scar across his face. It's not like an ugly scar, it's similar to Kakashi's. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Let's go back to present time, where Naruto and Clementine would, finish with their little intimacy with each other as they would pull away from each other. As Naruto would begin to speak up, saying, "Thanks, Clem. I feel better already." As she would talk, saying, "Well, it only makes sense that you're having these dreams now, since our sensei wants us to take the Chunin exams, which will be located in Konoha, and the fact that we also know that Orochimaru is going to use the Sand Village and some resources from his village to destroy Konoha." Orochimaru always wanted to find a way to Hiruzen, but I won't allow him to steal my kill, nor will I allow him to destroy Konoha. And when I'm finally old enough to lead this village, I will bleed Konoha dry for everything they have, and I don't care who I kill. That's pretty much Naruto's thought on this, as this would put a sadistic smile on Clementine, as she always loved it when Naruto becomes motivated. As she would, look towards, left side of the bed. Well, I think we should wake up our pale friend over there before we get our day started. As Clementine would point out the cute, busty girl clinging onto Naruto's arm, as she would slowly begin to open her eyes, coming face to face with her beloved. The embarrassed pale girl would begin to turn red as she tries to cover herself up, failing in the process since her bust is kind of big. As she speaks up saying, "Young Master Amon, Lady Clementine, please don't stare. It's embarrassing." Naruto would begin to chuckle to himself as he looks towards the fumbling Aburame. As he begins to speak up, saying, "Ha! So you remember what I asked of you too, huh?" As the pale girl would speak up, saying, "Yes, while we're in Konoha, we are to refer you as Amon." And yeah, I finished the mask you asked me to make to hide your identity. As Clem would pull out a white mask with a red moon on its forehead. As Naruto would take it, "You two are too good to me, but let's get ready for this special day." So yeah, time would pass as you know, they would get ready with the necessary morning preparations, you can say. I don't know. So yeah, the pale girl known as Kumo Aburame would step out. And yes, she is of the Aburame clan. Think of Shino, you know what I'm saying? But she is a special breed. Instead of beetles, she is able to use spiders, white spiders, a special bloodline in the Aburame clan that was thought to be lost to them. As I said, Kumo's appearance is a pale white skin that matches her silver hair and eyes. She wears a white kimono with a red outline that doesn't hide her bust at all. She became quite close to Naruto, as he was the only one not be afraid of her. Next was Clementine. No last name given. She has a talent with kunais and daggers. She also has a affinity with both fire and lightning. Clementine's appearance is of a blonde-haired, white skin and bright red eyes that matches her sadistic nature. She wears a self-made bikini-like armor made up of various headbands from the many ninjas she's killed. She grew quite close to Naruto, loving the fact that Naruto would kill anyone who gets in his way of his dream. Speaking of whom, let's move on to the last member of this team. To his friends, he is known as Naruto Uzumaki, but to his enemies, he is Amon, the Blood Moon. And thanks to his sensei's training and finding out that he shares the same bloodline as her, but for Naruto, he has it in a much stronger degree. He's able to control the blood in his enemies, forging either his enemy's blood or his own blood, forging weapons or using his enemies as puppets, and much more. He wears pretty much what you see on the picture. And together they form a 4-man squad under the teaching of their sensei, who just appeared in front of their house. Scarlet Uzumaki. Yep, Scarlet Uzumaki. Pretty much the same Scarlet from the Mortal Kombat game. As Clementine is from Overlord, and though gave her a name, she was just a mother spider. I decided to name her Kumo Aburame. So yeah. Let's get back to Scarlet, as she's a red-headed woman who has been training her students for quite a long time. The 3 members love and respect their sensei, who is the surrogate leader, the Blood Moon Village, until Naruto, who is still Amon, is ready. I'm glad you 3 seem to be doing well, considering what we're about to do. As Scarlet would give Naruto a concerned look. Scarlet Sensei, I've already come to terms. I'm going to save Konoha from Orochimaru. But then again, I refuse to allow him to take what's mine to destroy. Clementine hear this would put up a sadistic smile, while Kumo would just give Naruto a confused look. Kumo has never seen this side of Naruto, as he would never show it around her, though it doesn't bother her, as Kumo is, able to hide it well. She has a bit of a sadistic side to herself too. Not on the level of Naruto or Clementine, but she's willing to kill anyone, regardless of their age or gender, if they get in the way of Naruto's dream, they must die. That's pretty much how she is. Well, if we have everything in order, Scarlet would say, as she would, put on her Blood Moon headband, I believe we should make our way to Konoha. So yeah. Time would pass. as the Blood Moon team would be at the front gates of Konoha, where Scarlet would be informing the guards on why they are here. And while they do that, Naruto would be staring towards Konoha as his rage would slowly build up, as he would remember the torment he's been through, the constant glares, no one wanting to help him at all, the rundown apartments, the fact that drunken fools would break into his stuff and pretty much, tormenting Naruto at the point that makes Berserk looks pretty much lighthearted. But none of it comes close to how he feels about the third Hokage. Because there's one thing about, betraying someone. But there's another thing when you are betrayed by someone you thought cared about you, but they never truly did. So that truly drives Naruto's rage, as it would begin to build up even more, as Kumo, seeing this, would try to comfort him, as she would speak up. "Calm down, Naman. If you get enraged, your friend's chakra would leak out, and you'll probably get the wrong attention from those around." As Naruto, knowing that he gets too angry, the Nine Tails chakra would leak out, and Jonis or any other ninjas, or even civilians who knows the chakra of the tailed beast pretty well, would automatically know that this may be Naruto, or just another person that has the Nine Tails inside of them. Either way, he doesn't want the Leaf to know who he is. Not yet, anyway. So yeah, as Naruto calms down, he would look towards the Hokage Mountain, mostly at the third face that is between the second and fourth, as he would say, "Soon, old man, your death will come." As he would look towards his sensei as she was done speaking with the guards. "Alright, children, it's time for you three to make your way to the beginnings of the Chunin exams. For now, you three will pretty much be by yourselves. I will be watching, not the whole time, as I'm gonna need to prepare for some things. So for now, get going." As all three would say yes ma'am, as the three would make their way through the leaf. And as they would walk through the village, they would see the the shock and awe faces any of the villagers and the leaf ninjas, as they would recognize recognize Amon. They don't know who's under the mask, but they have heard stories of, the man himself. Watch later. Get out the way. Sorry about that. But yeah. Ignoring all that, they would keep going, as they would end up coming across a commotion between a few sand ninjas and leaf ninjas that Amon sort of recognized, as he would notice that one of the sand ninjas are holding up a familiar looking kid, as Clementine would speak up, saying, "Should we ignore this? I honestly don't care about what's happening right now." As Amon would say, "Me neither. But we could use this as an opportunity to scare a few leaf ninjas. As Naruto would hold out his hand, as his eyes would, widen in concentration. And, as the sand puppet user, who is holding up the kid as he's about to, punish him, and the pink-haired one out of the three leaf ninja would speak out about it, the puppet user would feel as if his body is turning against him, as he would let go of the kid and pretty much be lifted up in the air in the most painful way. Get the attention of the two teams with their eyes with shocked faces, as they would see Amon, the blood moon, as Amon would step out of the shadows alongside his teammates, who followed close, as Amon would stare down everyone as the puppet user is still in great pain, as he can control himself. And pretty much while everyone finally, shake away the shock they're feeling, the female sand ninja would look towards Amon with rage, as she would speak up, saying, "You, Amon, release my brother at once." She would yell with her, as she would begin to pull out her fan, as Amon would, speak up, saying, "I'm quite bored of this toy anyway. Here." As he would use the blood telekinesis to throw the pup at the two ninjas on the tree. The puppet user would sort of go flying, as this female sand ninja would say, "You bastard," as she would run towards her brother as she would, catch him. And after that, pretty much after that, with her, fan fully, pulled out, she would begin to, form some jutsus to use against Amon. But, before she could, Kumo and Clementine would stare her down with intense bloodlust, scaring the poor female sand ninja into mission. But, Amon would put up his hand, signaling the girls to stop, as he would stare towards the red-headed sand ninja that he noticed was on the tree, ignoring the other smug leaf ninja that was also on the tree, as Amon would speak up, saying, "You, what's your name?" As the red-headed ninja would say, "My name is Gara of the Sand, and you must be Amon, the Blood Moon. They say you and your team are legends among Genis, that your people were able to complete more S-rank missions than most Jonis." "You flatter me, Gara, but I'm sure you're not the type to care about rumors. You have to see it to believe it, just like me. Isn't that right?" As the shadows that was covering Naruto's visible eye would pretty much be seen by Gara, as that eye would pretty much quite literally stare towards Naruto's soul, not Naruto, through Gara's soul, as Gara would speak up, saying, "That eye, they're like mine, it's like mine. I can assume you have the same love for blood like I do, like my mother does." As Amon would, kind of chuckle, saying, "Well, it does come with the name, my friend." As the two would stare at each other for, quite a long time. Not like too long, but just staring, measuring each other up, until Gar would speak up, saying, Yes, you are the one I want. Forget the Uchiha. You will be the one to prove my existence. I will be seeing you, Amon. Kankuro, Tamari, let's go. As the two Sand siblings begin to head towards the Chunin exams, Amon, happy to see that maybe these exams won't be too boring and he won't have to, deal with weaklings, would only smile to himself as he looked towards his teammates, waving them to come towards him, as he would also walk towards the beginning of the tuning exams as they followed. But as the Blood Moon team would try to, leave the area, they wouldn't be able to, as a angry, smug Uchiha would step in front of them, saying, "You're just going to ignore me?" And, yep, I think I'm just gonna end it there on a little cliffhanger. Yeah, I know that was, kind of short, but I just wanted to give y'all a little, a little thing for, being away for so long. Maybe part 2 of this will come out today. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. No promises. I can't guarantee everything. But, besides that, thank you for, listening, and goodbye.